Okay, so let's talk about from the perspective of cybersecurity and network security. So when it comes to the ARP protocol basically is very vulnerable. Okay, because on the switch, when we are having some kind of attacks at the switch, not so much we can do. Okay, so the first attack and the only attack that I'm going to discuss about is ARP spoofing. So you can spoof the ARP, and then on the basis of many other helpful techniques called man in the middle attack. Then with the help of ARP spoofing, you can do session hijacking, and then you can do denial of service. So what are these? So when a rogue host in the local network sends a false ARP message, it can associate its MAC address with the IP address of the default gateway or any other IP in the LAN. So it then can receive the data intent for another host in the network. So there are three main attacks that can utilize using spoofing technique, which are man in the middle. So as the name suggests, it means we have this legit legitimate source, then in the middle we have a switch, and we have this legitimate destination. Okay, and then we have attacker over here. Okay, the attacker, disconnected employee, could be anyone. So what the attacker can do, can spoof, for example, the source IP is the IP of this legitimate source. Similarly, the source MAC is the this one. Destination IP is going to be the destination, and the destination MAC is going to be the destination or the broadcast FFFF initially. Okay, so when this ARP request is sent, it is gonna received by this one and also the attacker. Okay, so when the reply will uh, uh, go back. So what this attacker is gonna do, instead of the destination IP and destination MAC, this computer on behalf of this legitimate destination, it is going to reply back to the this victim. So it means now they both are agreed to communicate with each other. Okay, so next time when the any kind of packet or information will be sent, it will be received by who? The attacker. Okay, so this attacker works like in the man in the middle here. Okay, similarly, the attacker can do session hijacking. So a hacker tries to use ARP spoofing steal cookies. Okay, and we have already talked about what cookies are. Token or session ID. So he can gain utilize unauthorized access to the private data. Pretty common in public Wi-Fi networks. Okay, and the busy airport. So this is how attackers also can hijack this session using cookie or some other techniques. Okay, then we have denial of service, and we have been talking about denial of service throughout our program. Okay, so basically the attack is used so so the user cannot access the services. So by using R spoofing, that the attacker can flood, as you can see, flooding the host with a high number of false malformed ARP messages. Okay, so this could be another attack. So how and where the solution lies? The solution lies in dynamic ARP inspection, also known as DAI, or the ARP rate limit. Okay, so these are kind of mechanism or method, basically just like we did a binding, in the this lab. In the same fashion, it is going to use a called the term is called snooping, which we are going to cover in a DHCP. Under DHCP, I will be talking about the DHCP attack. There, I am going to talk about the snooping as well. Okay, so I'm going to add that video as well over there. Similarly, the DAI, sorry, dynamic ARP inspections also equipped with another features called ARP rate limiting. Okay, so basically it is going to r- limit at how many seconds the R packets can be received. If the threshold goes beyond that limit, that packet is going to be discarded. So as you can see, this R request is being sent to the router basically, but it's also received by the attacker. Now what attacker will do? Attacker will add its own information and it will send back to the PC1. But now this time this information will be received by attacker. Okay. And these because it was not intended for this. Now attacker again will send information back to the PC1. Okay, so this is how attacker is going to spoof the IP and MAC address table, MAC address, and it is going to send back to the victim. Common interview question and answer as an assignment. So difference between ARP and proxy ARP. What is gratuitous ARP? ARP is used to resolute what? What is this address used for? And does TTL used in switching or not? Okay, so with that, our gratuitous and proxy ARP video comes to end, and I'm going to see you in the